Good morning to all of you. In the last lecture, I have told you about the protoplasm and the cell theory. Today, in this lecture, I will be discussing about the cell and its internal components, that is organelles. So, a cell is having two components. So, one is your cell organelle and another is your cell inclusion. Okay, cell organelle, they are the living components, and cell inclusion, they compose the non-living components. So, basically the non-living components comprises of the different types of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, lipids, etc., nucleic acids, all that compose the cell inclusion. And cell organelle compose the living components of the cell. Here you can see, if you are having a cell, so primary part is your cell membrane, okay, then you are having the cytoplasm and nucleus. So these are the basic parts of the cell. So here you can see, if it is a plant cell, the outer membrane is cell wall, it will be present an extra membrane comparison to cell membrane. Outer to outwards the cell membrane, there will be cell wall, and cell wall is totally permeable. Permeable means it can send anything in and out. Any substance can go in and out through the cell wall. That is also called highly permeable. Okay, but if you will talk about cell membrane, it is selectively permeable. Only those substances which are required inside the cell will only come inside through this cell membrane. Okay, now coming on to the functions of the cell membrane. The cell membrane that provides rigidity, okay, and it is helping in protection of the cell, cellular components, internal components from the outside environment. Means whatever is present inside it, it is protected from the outside substances through this cell membrane. Okay, then it is providing the rigidity to the cell. Okay, the size and shape of a cell is due to the cell membrane. Okay, and it is then also protecting the plants or any internal components, any cell from the outside substances or outside organisms. Just like from the infection also, it is protecting the cell. Suppose if any pathogens want to come inside the cell, that it cannot come due to the cell membrane. This cell membrane will not allow that particular microorganism to come inside and infect it. Now coming on to the cytoplasm, this is the jelly-like material where every organelle will float here and it will be working together. And the nucleus is there. The nucleus contains nuclear membrane, and inside it you will have the chromosomes. So you can see here the cell is there. Cell contains nucleus. The nucleus contains chromosome. Okay. Then chromosomes contain the DNA and which are the units, hereditary units, and the genes. DNA contains genes. These are the functional units of DNA or the functional segments of DNA. They are called the genes, which is responsible for the characters. So whatever characters are there, that is the speciality of genes. That due to this, you are having the characters. Okay, so this was an overview. Now coming on to the cell, we will come to the first cell organelle, that is your endoplasmic reticulum. We will see. Cytoplasm we have seen. So this endoplasmic reticulum, that is also called ER. Okay. So ER basically is responsible for the transport, the synthesis of the substances the synthesis and storage of chemicals. That is the function of endoplasmic reticulum. First, it will synthesize all the chemicals, hormones required for the metabolic activities, and at the same time, it will be responsible for the storage of materials. Okay, so if you will talk about the cell, it will be looking like this. You can see in the book also, it will look like this. It has different compartments also. Again, it will look like this. Okay, so from here also. So it will be looking somewhat like this. Here we will have elements, and from here you can see some cistern. So three parts generally it is there. The endoplasmic reticulum is of two types: smooth endoplasmic reticulum (SER) and the rough endoplasmic reticulum (RER). The RER contains ribosomes. That's why it is called rough. The ribosomes is responsible for protein synthesis. So endoplasmic reticulum also synthesizes the protein which is the unit of means your muscles. Your muscles are totally, your body is made up of proteins. Okay, maximum proteins are there for the muscle development, so that is synthesized in the rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is ribosomes. They are attached with it. They are rough endoplasmic reticulum. Afterwards, if we talk about the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that is responsible for the toxic chemicals, release of some toxic chemicals, and to get rid of these toxic chemicals, this SER is responsible. Okay, then modifications also, if some modifications is needed in the any of the substances, this is the work of the endoplasmic reticulum only. Okay, now we will see the endoplasmic reticulum. They are having three parts: the cistern, tubules, and vesicles. So here you see the cistern, tubules, and vesicles. The cisternae are responsible for packaging of proteins or modifications of proteins and polysaccharides. So packaging and modification of proteins. Okay, this is cisternae is responsible. Then we have tubules. Tubules is responsible for simply the metabolic activities. Whatever metabolic reaction will take place inside the ER, the tubules are responsible. And last is your vesicles, that helps in moving molecules inside the cell. Means molecules between the different parts of cell, between the different regions of ER, these vesicles are responsible. Okay, so this is overview of endoplasmic reticulum. So next we are having this ribosome. Ribosomes are there, already I told ribosomes are there for the protein synthesis. Okay, these ribosomes, they are helping they are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, and they are helping, their nature is to, their function is only to make the protein. Okay, then you are having vacuoles. Next is your vacuoles. So if you are talking about vacuoles are responsible for storage of the waste materials. In case of plants, you can see the vacuoles are responsible for each and for the waste materials accumulation, and afterwards it distributes, or sometimes it in the vacuoles only it is remaining every time throughout their life. For example, in woody stem you can see all the contain vacuoles. That's why they become dead. Sometimes it is in the leaf also it is there. So if too much of waste material is accumulated, then the leaves fall off. Okay, so vacuoles. In case of plants, the vacuoles, sometimes vacuoles constitute 80% of the part of the plant. Of the 80% weight of the plant is of vacuoles only. And in case of animals, if you will see the vacuoles, they are either it is small or it is not present. Okay, so we have discussed here the 3 to 4 cell organelle we have discussed here in the next video I will be discussing some more cell organelles like mitochondria, nucleus, plastids. Okay, thank you.